You know, one of the biggest lies you've been told, stranger danger. I'm telling you, one of the biggest lies you've been told is stranger danger. Now, I believe when you're a child, yes, but yeah, you should agree, stranger danger. But they didn't add enough context, I feel, or at least from my own childhood experience, not enough context was added in terms of stranger danger. Stranger danger, essentially, simply put, don't talk to people you don't know. Now, when you're a vulnerable child, yes, because the world isn't all sunshine or rainbows. Not everyone is a good-hearted person like myself. There are sickos out there who love some kids in the provocative, demonic sense. So yes, in that sense, I guess you could say it's stranger danger. But that mindset isn't really taught to be changed to kids as they grow older, right? It's not really taught to change that mindset of stranger danger, right? It's not. Because when I grew older, when I'm a teenager and whatnot, especially when you hit 11, because 11, I can only speak about the British education system, but we go to secondary school. So we make a transition. We go from boy to a transition of man, demi-man, if you will, because you're not truly a man as a teenager, but the body definitely plays a factor, and the brain does too. You know, and your adults are a lot more relatable, not fully relatable because you're not really living what they're living through just yet. That'll be done in about 5 to 7 years. But anyway, besides the point, when you hit that age, man, I remember when I was in primary school and I was like 11 back in 2017, early 2017, bro. I was just cool, man. I was chilling with my circle, my 4 to 5 friends at the time. You know, I think it was like 6, 7 or something like that. You know, cool circle, chill, small circle, right? Then we went to secondary school later on in 2017, about 9 months later, 8 months later, induction day, if you will. Exposed to a whole broad of people, loads of people, right? A lot of people. I'm like, damn, that's quite a lot. So I'm thinking to myself, cool, where are my boys from primary school? Where are the day ones, man? I couldn't find them. Oh wait, no, I did. I was sent to the school. We were all in separate classes, right? So I'm not making eye contact with you because I just need to see the way, but we were all going to separate classes. And we were all put in separate classes. But then there was this one period we all had to go to... Fuck. These blind spots, man. Sorry. We all had to go to this hall, right? There was lunch there. Just we all had to sit on the floor and eat. I'm like, where are all my guys? I see my guys from primary school. They're all in new groups already, man. Damn. So it's like they all got their social settings already. Alright, I'm like, cool. And you feel that tension, right? That tension of like, oh, everyone's got their social bubble, so their social bubble. So it feels somewhat intimidating to speak to said person. Looking back now, I was thinking that's really not that deep. Looking back, it's like just sit next to someone, see how it goes. If they reject you. But at the time, I was 11 years old, guys, so I couldn't really tell that yet. It was mad to me, you know. And so that happened. You know, that was a thing. And I was like, bro, eventually, as you settle in the year, you know, you just see familiar faces. They're the same type of people, the same people that I found to be overwhelming in the beginning. You do a few PE, physical education activities together. I'm like, bro, this is pretty good. I don't see the issue. And these are all strangers. Most of these guys I didn't even know when I was in primary school. These are all people from separate schools conversing into one. And the real world, oh, the scale is almost endless. Feels endless. 8 billion people, guys. And the people you know in your area, yeah, it's probably 1,000 or 2,000 people. So the scale just, hey 10x's. And me walking here now is evidence of that. So much evidence of that. You know? It's unbelievable. Because now, but I say hello to, but I'm an introvert, right? But I've got the confidence to speak to pretty much anyone. I'm not scared of any woman or man. I don't see the need, and for the real world, you can't be scared. Because the real world is a scary world. So you have to become scary by taking care of yourself, hitting the gym, making sure your mind is forged, so the world doesn't scare you down. I can speak to anyone in any age, and I've done so. and I have no reason to be scared. Like I said, I'm an introvert, so yes, I do prefer my own social bubble, my own social space. However, right, if need be, if the situation permits, I'll talk to anyone, and I have the confidence of an extrovert. I've proved that many times, and this isn't hard to do, guys. Don't put me on a pedestal. Anyone can do it. Just open your mouth and speak. Don't overthink. Speak. Especially with women, because I know a lot of us guys are scared with women. I understand your pain. I was like that too. And the solution to that is, you don't need to buy a course or a long video. Speak. Open your mouth. I don't care if you get rejected. I don't care what the outcome is. Stop being outcome oriented. Just open your fucking mouth. Open that mouth, bro. Anyway. But yeah, man, that stranger danger thing, it's a lie. Especially when you're an adult, right? Because you're gonna see strangers a whole life, bro. You know? And when you ship your child to primary school, or elementary school, or nursery reception, whatever you want to call it, they're going to be exposed to a stranger now. Of course, it's part of human development, human growth. This is stranger danger is a bad thing. Obviously, I believe context should be needed. You know, and if they were to meet a stranger, especially at a young, vulnerable, tender age, I would recommend that be done with supervision of parents, of course. Of course, absolutely. Because that grants that stability, that safety, at least from my experience. Because naturally, you're going to see a stranger every day, whether that be a shopping sense, whether you're traveling with your family, wherever you're going. It's a big place out here. We have about 8.2 billion people. Statistics show, you know, as of the year right now, 2025, that's probably going to elevate as we keep going on and living. So, yeah, it's only natural. I think it's part of human nature. So I guess in some contexts, you know, being a stranger, communicating with strangers as a kid, without the supervision of parents or a significant elderly figure that's actually helpful and useful, yeah, I guess you could argue it is somewhat scary, yeah. But when you get older, like my age, I'm 19 now, I'm turning 20 in 4 months. And let me tell you something about when you're 18. Well, it really happens in your teenage years a bit because you're already with a few people, but especially when you turn 18 years old, bro. When you turn 18 years old, man, hey, you're in a world of your own, man. You're kicked into the real world, bro. I remember when I was working in my social bus, bro, I was in people with a whole spectrum of ages, man. They were all strangers, but was I scared? No. My mind was forged. I was like, cool. And I had this realization when you're 18, bro, you're pretty much the same age as everyone else. You'll realize that. Bro, when I turned 18, I was like, I feel like an adult already. Like anyone else, they become very relatable. That wasn't the case when I was a teenager. I can't relate. Your mindset's still little. My mind grew a lot when I, you know, turned 18 last year. It grew a lot. And, you know, reality hit. You know? It's not Disneyland like it was made out to be on the internet or media. It's a big scary world, so you have to be prepared. And that's what I learned, and so I'm still learning now. It's good that I have that realization now. So this whole notion of stranger danger is not scary to me anymore. Now, yes, I said context still applies. There are situations where if you do speak to such stranger in a certain situation, it does make you an idiot. In terms of, like, let's say you hand out personal information to someone you've just met. That's stupid. Don't do that. I'm not telling you to, you know, do that form of stupidity. Just use common sense, okay? Internet, socials. Don't just give your details to some stranger. Some flipping stranger on the internet. Meet them in real life, man. Meet them in real life, bro. Come on. You know? It's simple shit, guys, but in this day and age, even the most simplest things, they carry the most value, so it's worth repeating, you know? So this whole stranger danger stuff, bro, I don't see an issue. I say morning to people every single day. I say morning to dogs. I wrestle with squirrels. I chase foxes, man. And I say hi to people every day. Man and woman, and all age ranges. I don't see the problem. And you need that, especially when you're 18 plus, man. You can't keep that kid mindset of stranger danger because you're going to be constantly surrounded by strangers, man. Like, I often, I document my mindset, my growth changes in my channel, right? Mentality change. And I was very vocal about my aspirations in the future. Eventually, as much as I love England, and as much as I am grateful to have English as my first language, I will eventually move to France and become a citizen there, God willing. I'm going to be filled with strangers then. I need to adapt. My mindset is forged already. Now that's a different type of adaptation because it's a whole new language, so which I am fluent in. Well, it's just, it changes the game, right? That's just one of many examples, guys, but you gotta realize, man, when you're 18 plus, man, bro, the world is massive. You gotta be prepared, you gotta forge your mind. You gotta run away from that childish mindset of protection all the time. You gotta protect yourself, you know? When you're 18, I actually think stranger danger is a scam in certain contexts, you know? And yes, crime is a thing to take into account too. But from what I've experienced, from what I'm going through, where I walk areas in London, because yes, people say there's a lot of knife crime. I haven't really been surrounded by that stuff, you know? And even if, let's say I come across a gang member or something like that, it's not like they don't start with me. I got no connections like that, but I'm just a regular guy. I got my smooth set of friends, I got my family. That's it, man. I don't have no bad associations or affiliations with anyone, so. Well, you're just a normal dude. Live, man. Do yourself, keep yourself safe, do the right things. You shouldn't have to worry, yeah. That's why I don't have to worry. This is why I'm not worried when I record. Because I'm good. Yes, there are exceptions where absolute demonic criminals will still kill innocents, but hey, God's grace, it's not me. And if it be, hey, so be it, man. I did my best to be the best me I could. And it's a shame it's been taken too short, but I did my best, man. You know? But yeah, that's some thoughts on stranger danger. You're gonna see people every day, man. You know? And just you being scared of every stranger you meet is so unrealistic when you're an adult. Let's say you're dating a woman. You say, oh, I'm not gonna date because she's a stranger. No shit. Of course it's a stranger. Everyone else is a stranger. Change your mind. Bro, I post on YouTube every day. Strangers watch me every day. Strangers see my videos and click every day. Past me, old me would have been scared. Oh, what if someone criticizes? I don't care anymore, man. You can't let that get to you, man. What are you doing, man? You're an adult. Come on, forge your mind. Hate comments don't bother me anymore. As much as it did when I was, a lot younger. That's just growing up, man. Growing up, aging, maturing. Yes, I don't get scared. I used to always get scared whenever I post a video. I don't anymore. No, fuck no. Why would I? You know, I could probably do a speech and I have zero fear. Fear for what? What other people think? I don't care. If you don't like it, you don't like it. It's not my job to please everyone. You know what I mean? That's my take. And yeah, nothing more to say. But yeah, good wisdom, a golden wisdom. You love to hear it, love to see it. See it, experience it, witness it, believe it. Walk it.